Welcome back to the channel.
Tonight we are gonna go have dinner at one of our favorite spots.
Yeah, Ohana. So let's see what's changed since the COVID-19 outbreak, and let's see what's still the same.
Let go.
And if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Time to dig into this bread and butter, which was absolutely my favorite part of all this. And I have to say, it used to be that they picked up the bread on your way in and they kind of dropped you off at your table with the bread. They don't do that anymore, so keep that in mind. But cheers. It's still really good. Still really good. And that is my honest opinion. The honey butter and the bread still has that nice little like subtle pineapple Hawaiian bread to it. So yeah, not bad so far. Next up is going to be the skillet, so we're gonna compare it to the old time.
All right, so we have the bread, which was weird because like Macy said, when we used to come here, they would just pick it up on the way to the table. Now it's like a bigger loaf, and kind of interesting. Now it has like a honey butter to it. I don't think it had that in the past either, but let's give it a try. It's not bad. In the past it tastes fresher. It doesn't taste that fresh. It's not that warm. It used to be like warm right off the oven back there. It's not a bad bread, and the honey butter does okay, I think, but I don't know. Again, we're going to be doing this a lot throughout this video, is comparing it to the past, and I just don't think it stacks up right now. So let's see when the apps get here, and we'll show you those, and we'll come and get you in a minute.
Alright, so we are gonna try the salad post-pandemic. It looks like they still kept the kale in the spring mix. Previously I felt like the kale was just a little too bitter. We'll see. Cheers. It's better. There's a decent amount of dressing to cut the bitterness of the kale. The dressing is nice and sweet. It's not bad.
We have the salad that Macy tried. I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, not bad. It does taste a little bit more like that original dressing. So the kale doesn't overpower it with that sort of like bite that it has. Not bad. Oh, there's the kale. Yeah, towards the end you get the kale. It's not a bad salad. Would I go to my way to have it? Would I have seconds? Not so much. I'm interested in the meat more myself. But we do have some bread coming, so we'll come and get you in a minute when it gets here.
Just came out, and we have the honey coriander wings, we have the pot stickers, and we've got some noodles, so we're gonna dig into those. First up, I got pot stickers. Definitely how I remember those. Those haven't changed. I have to say, Ohana definitely got me to really like pot stickers because they're cooked a little bit different than they are in other restaurants. They're definitely more fried here than they are like boiled or like just seared. So keep that in mind. Next up, we've got the honey coriander wings. Different, but they're still cooked really well, and the sauce is actually really good. but it's definitely different from old Ohana. So don't come into it thinking it's quite the same sauce. It's close, but it's not, no coconuts. But it's not bad. Because they used to be like these sticky wings before. All right, next up, we got the noodles. Noodles are still the same. I actually really love the noodles, and that was actually one of my favorite parts was the noodles. Still my favorite part. Let's see what Gary thinks, and if he notices any of the differences from last time.
So one thing I've already noticed is we used to get dipping sauces, and the dipping sauces are not on the table. So it definitely used to be more like a Brazilian steakhouse, and now they're making it more like one of the Disney family style, honestly. So let's try the wings. I used to love these wings. Like these were just, oh. The wings aren't bad. They're not as teriyaki as they used to be. I used to be a little strong on the teriyaki. You definitely get a nice kick of that honey. Overall, not a bad wing, and they're well fried, so they're not too bad. All right, let's give the pot stickers a try. Yeah, the pot stickers are good. A nice little portion of pork in there. Fairly tasty. It would be nice if we had something to dip them in, I'm not gonna lie to you, but not so bad. And then we got noodles. The noodles aren't bad. They're kind of the same they were before. They're a nice spongy noodle, a little bit of teriyaki sauce on there. Really, really good. They do have broccoli too, but broccoli's broccoli, so you know we're gonna try that probably off camera. It's not anything to write home about, and unless you like broccoli, it's good for you. Next thing that's gonna come out are the meats, so we'll come and get you in a minute and show you the meats.
Alright guys, so our favorite part of Ohana used to be the chicken. Like that was our favorite. They would marinate it, I kid you not, for 3 days, and then they would grill it and they would cook it, and it was just like out of this world goodness. So they no longer do that. It is now a grilled chicken with a chimichurri. We're gonna see how this competes. Cheers. It's still good. It's very different. Instead of it being that sweet and savory teriyaki, it's a little more on the salty cilantro, garlic, chimichurri side, which I like. I definitely like. So I think the real voice of reason is going to be Gary, because that was legit the only reason he came here was for the chicken. So let's see what he thinks.
All right, so a couple things to note too that Nasa didn't talk about. They didn't actually come back between the appetizer and the main course. They just dropped off chicken at our table, and that's when we actually asked for more chicken wings and pot stickers. So service feels the same rushed as it was before, where they're always just trying to push you out of the restaurant. Not the greatest thing, but let's try this chicken. Now, like Nasa said, this was my favorite, honestly, thing across Disney property. I love this to death. We made it at home. Like, I really love this chicken. So this is my biggest hesitancy to try it, which is why I haven't tried it yet. I guess we'll go for it. So a couple big differences. It's a skin-on chicken. It used to be skinless. They were both thighs, so it is the same thing there. Like Nasa said, it's a really salt-heavy chicken right now. And you can definitely taste those hints of cilantro and stuff in there. It's not bad. I like it. It's not bad. It's a little drier than they used to be, but it's not a bad chicken. So that's good. One thumbs up there. We got some shrimp and some steak that are supposed to come out next. So we'll come and get you when that gets here.
All right, guys, so the rest has come out, and we now have steak and shrimpies. So I'm gonna give the shrimp, or I'm gonna give the steak a try. We'll try the shrimp in a minute, but steak first. It's tender. The sauce actually isn't bad. The steak was actually like low man on the totem pole for us when we came here. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Next up, we got shrimpies. Oh, they already pulled it down the middle, so you just gotta peel it. All right. Cheers, y'all. A little more on the blander side. There's a little bit of seasoning on it, but not as much as there used to be. It used to be like this fire-grilled, yummy goodness that would get all over you. And I don't think that's the case anymore, but it's okay. Let's do what Gary thinks.
So a couple things Nacy didn't mention. They used to give you wet naps between the chicken wings and the main course to clean your fingers off because they're super sticky from the sticky wings. They don't do that anymore. It's kind of disappointing. It makes kind of touching everything is really sticky. All right, so I'm gonna try the steak. And like Nacy said, this was never our favorite. It was just kind of what it was. They didn't ask us what we wanted to cook to. Nacy looks a little more well done. Mine is definitely on the medium rare side, which is more like what I like. Okay. Now, if you watch us on the channel, we do love our steaks. It's not bad. It's definitely different than what it used to be. It's more kind of like a barbecue flavor, like a sort of semi-sweet, smoky barbecue flavor to the sauce on it. Again, not bad. I don't know if it's my favorite still, but I think it's a little bit better than the steaks used to be. Then we got the scrimp. Now the scrimp just looks like boiled scrimp. It doesn't look like there's any seasoning on the shell or anything, but let's give it a try. You get a little bit of that wood grill over there, but I'd be honest with you, it's definitely light on like the seasoning, cilantro, stuff like that aren't on it as strong as they used to be. But not bad. If you're a shrimp lover, especially like a cocktail shrimp lover, I think you'll like this peel and eat shrimp. So the last thing that comes out is the bread pudding. So we'll come and get you when that gets here.
You don't like it, Pete? I love it, Pink.
As soon as I turn the camera on, he's definitely a showman.
Do you want a little more well done piece? So we have made it to the end, to the famous Ohana bread pudding, and I really hope this hasn't changed, because this honestly was the icing on top of the cake for coming here. So here we go. Oh shit. It rolled right off the plate. It's still good. Nothing's changed about this. Still the same. Still amazing. Nice and warm. You get that pineapple, you get the coconut. It's delicious. Let's see what Gary thinks.
Let's give it a taste. so like fluffy and buttery. The pineapple comes through really well. It almost melts in your mouth. You get that coolness from the vanilla bean ice cream. Honestly, overall, it's really, really tasty. This is definitely the best part of the meal, in my opinion. Not that the other stuff's that bad, but this is definitely a next level, really great dessert. So we're gonna finish up our food, and we'll come and get you on the outside for our final thoughts. All right, that concludes our meal at Ohana.
Yeah, it was not what it used to be, but it also wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think it was better than I had expected it to be. I was really hoping it would be good, but hearing all the stuff that came out, I wasn't really expecting much, and it was pretty decent.
Yeah, it was decent. I would say Old Ohana was definitely a 10 out of 10 for me, and this is maybe a 7.
Yeah, the chicken's good, not as good as it used to be. Macy did not like the shrimp. The steak was better.
But the shrimp took a big dive.
And the wings, not as good as they used to be, but really good wings. And the pot stickers were the same as before. Same with the noodles.
And the salad was a little better too.
Yeah, so overall, not a bad place. If this is something you're looking for with a family style meal, this might be something to think about.
Yeah, so if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Hit that subscribe button.
And make sure you ring that notification bell so that way you guys are notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth? Bye, everybody.